stamp day, Akash Deep the bright spot for India. Counter, unlike Jasprit Bumrah who locks eyes with batters as he tiptoes in before that final sprint, or Mohammad Siraj who likes to have a word or two with opponents in his follow-through, Akash Deep comes off as a far less aggressive fast bowler. But he more than makes up on that front with that relentless accuracy. 3 wickets in his debut test against England at Ranchi earlier this year, 2 at Chennai last week and 2 again here on Friday means Akash remains a bright spot despite the gloomy weather and a damp finish to day 1 of the second test, with Bangladesh on 107 thirds. Both dismissals were impressive. Zakir Hussain was being tormented by disciplined bowling from Bumrah and Siraj outside the off-stump before Akash removed him with only the third delivery of his first over, inducing an edge that Yashasvi Jaiswal brilliantly held on to, diving to his right at wide third slip. It was a length ball all right, straightening after pitching to get an outside edge off Hussain's feeble defensive prod. But Akash's second wicket was a true example of his confidence as he kept requesting for a review of a leg before appeal even though Sharma and Rishabh Pant weren't convinced at first. Sharma took the review ultimately, and India struck gold. Again, a length ball, this time coming in with the angle to Shadiman Islam who looked to flick it but got beaten. Ball tracking showed it would have gone on to hit a good chunk of leg stump. Of his 7 test wickets, this was the 5th time Akash had removed a left-hander. It's also a fitting homecoming of sorts, given Akash has a connection with this ground. I am from Varanasi, which is not far from here. I had heard of the stadium, Green Park, when I was young, and I thought that it's because the whole ground was green, Akash had said before this test. I hadn't seen any stadiums at the time. I remembered it after coming here, that the first stadium I had heard of was Green Park. It feels nice that I am here, at the place I had heard of as a kid. Akash's accuracy is a gift. It's also a trait one tends to acquire quickly when bowling in tennis ball cape tournaments where the margins of error are ridiculously low. Having spent some time playing around Ragapur and Asansol, Akash went to Kolkata to play the club league, as is the norm for many cricketers from up and Bihar. Mohammad Shami is still the biggest name among them, having landed there only because his father Tasif was convinced Shami was meant for the biggest stage. Nearly 5 years later, Shami made his debut at Eden Gardens. The attritional rate is high in Kolkata's cricket league, but like Shami, Akash quickly made a name for himself in second division cricket. The pace had increased considerably, given he was now bowling with the red ball. And the unerring accuracy meant news had quickly traveled. For more on this story, visit the news article link.